Going on YouTube. Now listen, how y'all doing out there in YouTube land? I pray that everybody is having a wonderful, wonderful evening. Okay. Now listen, I'm at home. I did everything I need to do today, except a couple of things I didn't do. I don't really feel bad about it, but it is what it is. It ain't enough hours in the day. But yeah, but anywho, what's going on out there? YouTube. Then listen, if my boy Jacob, not boy, excuse me, let me change that. Jacob, if you are around, I pray that you are doing well. I pray that everything is going good. I hope everything on your job is going good. And I'm just praying for you. So if you happen to see this video later on, I've been rooting for you, cheering for you out loud. Okay. But anywho, what's going on YouTube? Now I'm sitting here doing a puzzle book, right? I got this puzzle book from Dollar General. And the name of it is, let me show y'all. It was only $1, called Smarty Pants. This me. Eee. Now listen, I am so glad to be on YouTube Live, y'all. This is what I call myself doing. I call I call myself giving TikTok, Facebook a break. Okay. So now I'm over here on YouTube to get on y'all nerves. All right. Excuse the phone in the background, guys. It'll start ringing in a second. But anywho, oh, that must be real imprudent, honey. But anywho, what y'all got going on? Child, I was just sitting here thinking, as I always do, especially, being that I'm at home, and I just have a lot of time to just think about stuff and, just analyze stuff. Sometimes I'm wrong, but sometimes I'm right, right? So, and I was just sitting here and I was saying to myself, Misty, bag off. You feel me? Uh, I was saying bag off because sometimes I feel like I be doing too much. And I need to do exactly that. Bag off, right? So that's what I'm gonna do. Um, I feel like sometimes I'm wanting to be kind and I'm wanting to be helpful and I'm wanting to be um just make myself available to help anybody. You know, that's just how I look at things because I feel like the things that I've done wrong in life, right? In the past or whatever, I feel like I'm trying to make up for it by being overly nice, um, and turning the other cheek, and just trying to go above and beyond. And it's nothing wrong with being nice, but sometimes you can make a fool out of yourself being nice because sometimes I'm not saying everybody, but sometimes people take your kindness for weakness, right? And because it has happened to me before, And I ain't ashamed to say that, honey. We all done been through something, whether it's been a relationship, a friendship, any kind of relationship with anybody, you know. But I feel like sometimes you can try to insert yourself in things that then concern you. Or you can be trying to be too overly helpful. And I feel like that's what I do sometimes, which it ain't nothing wrong with that, because we're supposed to be nice and you're going to get what you dish out every time. But sometimes when I sit back and think, it makes me uh, not want to be so helpful because I think it hurts me more than it helps me. If I'm making any sense, right? Um, so if you out here trying to, be nice and love on people and trying to be helpful to people, and you get a vibe that they don't want to be helped or they don't want to, you just might be getting on their nerve. You just might be. So just back up. Cause you want to love on people, but they don't want the love in return. You can't make somebody love you or want to be in a relationship with you, or want to um receive the love. Everybody don't want to receive your love, no matter how nice you are to them, or no matter what you try to do. People don't want to receive your love, you know. And so I think if you out there trying and you feel like you're trying too hard, you probably are. Just back up and give people space. Give people room. That don't mean they don't like you. That don't mean they don't love you. But in the process of you being nice, don't make a fool of yourself. Don't make a fool of yourself trying to be nice. Just back up. Give people their space. And sometimes I feel like that's what I should do. Just back up. And it don't mean people don't like you or they don't love you or whatever. Just back up and give people a room to breathe, you know. And it's okay. So just keep that in mind. And another thing I was thinking about too, excuse me. Um don't let people, how can I put it? Don't let people make you when all else fails. You know, you don't hear from people, you know what I'm saying? No, no, you don't hear from people. I'm not saying everybody. And people don't check on you. They don't, they don't call you until all else fails. When all else fails, that's when they'll call you. Don't be one of those people. Don't let people make you, oh, when all else fails, they're gonna call me or you. No, I'm not gonna be that when all else fails. That's not gonna be my title for you. Oh, when the chips are down, I'm gonna call Misty. Or when all else fail, I'm gonna call Misty. When things are going bad, but when things are going good, I don't hear from you. You know what I mean? When you're doing good, have you ever noticed people won't call you? People won't need you. But when all else fails, when the chips are down, when the bridge collapse, Then they call you. Don't be one of them people. Don't let people make you feel like that. Sometimes it might not be their intention. And sometimes we could be reading things wrong because I am one. Sometimes I read vibes wrong. Sometimes I'll say, this is this, but it's really not. But when it is. So don't let people, you might have a best friend, right? And then when they're doing good, you don't hear from them, right? They're doing good, you don't hear from them. They don't call you. They could go places. They don't invite you to go or whatever. Okay. But when the shit hit the fan, excuse me for cursing, I just had to say it. When the shit hit the fan, then they'll call you, want to talk, and tie you up on the phone all day and all night. See, that's what I mean by when all else fails, then they want to call you. I'm not being when all else fails, and I'm not licking no ass to get along with nobody. Period. And sometimes you don't want to be like, because it's childish when you hear people say, oh, she ain't called me. I ain't calling her. I've been guilty. I've been guilty of that. You know. But sometimes you got to put your foot down. You really do. And protect your feelings. Because at the end of the day, we all have feelings. We human. All of us are human. We all make mistakes. We all are a work in progress. You know what I mean? So don't let anyone hurt your feelings. Protect your feelings by any means necessary. And that's what I'm going to do, protect my feelings. Because I have feelings at the end of the day. I'm a human being. Everybody have feelings. I don't care how tough you are. I don't care. You could be the best boxer in the world. You could be the best football player in the world. You could be the best track runner in the world. You could be the best Olympic medalist in the world. I don't care what your title is. We all have feelings. And every now and then they'll get hurt. So protect your feelings. If something seems strange to you, that's what it is. And yeah, sometimes we read people wrong. I have done it. I've done it. Yes, I'm guilty of it. But sometimes, if it looked like a duck, mm-hmm, and quack like a duck, it's a duck. And walk like one. So I just had to come on here and say those things because I was doing my puzzle book and I was just thinking about life. And sometimes you can overthink things too. I'm an overthinker. Yes, I'm guilty. You know, you got to call your stuff out. But it's okay. It's okay. Just don't let people try to pull the wool over your eyes and don't let people hurt your feelings because, like I said, everybody has feelings. I don't care what your title is. hmm Protect your feelings. Yeah. Because people will try to stomp on your feelings and won't think nothing of it. Walk right over them with some Timberland boots. Huh. Air Force Ones. Combat boots. They'll walk over. Ballerina shoe dance right all over your feelings, baby. So you got to protect your feelings because people don't care nothing about you. I'm not saying all, but the majority rules. I ain't got time. I ain't got time for nobody playing around with my feelings. I'm 52 years old. I don't know how much time I got left on this earth, but I hope it's a lot. But for the time that I do have left on this earth, I'm not letting nobody hurt my feelings. I'm not. I don't care who it is. Relatives, children, nobody. And as you should feel the same way. Don't let people walk all over you and make you feel less than. You know what I mean? Because we all have feelings at the end of the day. And I am guilty. I have done things to hurt people's feelings. And I have asked God to forgive me. Because sometimes we could be doing it and don't even realize it. Unless the person brings it to our attention. Hey, look, you said so and so. You know what I'm saying? It hurt my feelings. Then we'll know. We'll be like, oh, I didn't realize that. And I had an incident like that to happen. I knew it hurt. It hurt what I said. And so guess what I did? I put my big girl drawers on and I apologized. And you have to do that sometimes. You gotta hold yours, even though it was a couple days later, maybe 3. You have to hold yourself accountable because you can say things to hurt people's feelings too. You gotta be careful what you say to people. You really do. Especially when you get frustrated. You gotta be able to control your mental when you talking to people. Because sometimes it's not what you said, it's your delivery. And sometimes it's what you said too. Because our delivery can be wrong and mine is wrong, child. But I want people to hold themselves accountable for how they treat me. You know what I'm saying? The way I hold myself accountable, you know what I'm saying? You got to be able to call your own SHIT out. Some people don't. They feel like they got their thing on the string. They perfect, honey. And they feel like they don't owe nobody an apology. They feel like they don't hurt people's feelings. They'll walk all over you with comeback boots, honey, and won't look back. And if your ass was on fire, they wouldn't even spit on you to put you out. That's what people really think about you. If your ass was on a blazing, on fire, and you would think this person right here would spit on me. All they got to do was spit on you to put your ass out of blaze. Put that fire out. They wouldn't even do it. They'll sit there and watch you. Walk all over you with them combat boots. Mm-hmm. They'll do it. They the least ones you expect. And that's the truth. You'll be like, oh, we going out, me and this person. Prime example, we going out. We going out. We gonna have us some fun, baby. And when y'all get out, your ass spontaneous combustion. Just start blazing. And the person that you with, y'all out having a good time. And the person that you with, you waiting on them to spit on you. All they had to do was just spit on you to put the fire out. They wouldn't even do it. Everybody don't like you. Everybody don't like you. And you are not everybody's cup of tea. You're not. And don't feel bad about it. Everybody is not gonna like you. Everybody ain't gonna want to flock up around you. So be mindful of that too. That's why I be by myself. I don't want no more good girlfriends. I don't want no more. I don't want no more of them. And that's my choice. I don't want them. Now, for whoever got 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 good girlfriends, best friends, and things, more power to you. I ain't mad at you, but me, I don't want. I just like being by myself, entertaining myself, doing what I want to do, watching TV with my family, doing puzzle books, sewing when I feel like it, and just doing the things that I like to do without any problems. I be by myself. hmm I cut myself off from the world, and the world don't give a damn. The world don't care about that when you cut yourself off or not. But I did, and I'm satisfied with it. hmm So don't let people call you when all else fails. When they ain't got nobody to call. They ain't got nobody to talk to. They life in shambles. They ain't doing too good. Stop letting people call you or be bothered with you when all else failed. They ain't got nobody else to call but you. Stop letting people do you like that. When things going good, you don't hear from them. When things on the up and up, you don't hear from them. But no soon as the SHIT hit the fan, they call you. Oh, hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm doing all right. How about you? Sure. One of them phone calls. When all else fails, they call you. How you doing? I'm doing good. Oh, you already know what it is. Stop letting people make you feel like that. Because we are all human beings at the end of the day. We have feelings too. We have feelings too. And don't hang around nobody that if your ass caught on fire, all they people say all you got to do is just spit on it and put it out. It'll save a life. And they will look at you on fire and wouldn't even spit on you to put you out. I don't want them kind of folk around me. If somebody say all you got to do is spit on her to put the fire out, and whoever you with run and get a bucket, now that's who you want to hang around. They go get a bucket of water. But somebody, all they got to do is spit out their mouth, and it'll put you out. It'll save your life, and they won't even do it. Stop hanging around folks. If you get a bad vibe from them, don't hang around them. You hanging around somebody, and you've been hanging around them for a little while, but it's just something about them. But you keep them around because they're good to have fun with. That you can go riding with them. Y'all go out to do things together and have a good time. And they good to have fun with. But when it come down to being a friend, they don't know how. And you hanging around them, right? And you hanging around them, and y'all going play. I mean, having good fun. But it just something about them. You really can't put your hand on them. Don't hang around them. I've been in situations like, and people could have felt. Who am I? I ain't perfect. People could have felt that way about me. Who am I? But for me, I feel like I have been in situations where I didn't feel good around a person, but I still hung around them because I had fun with them. But when it come down to talking about being a friend, they didn't know how. They didn't know how to be a friend. They didn't know how to be a friend. They were good to have fun with, don't get me wrong. Have fun, laugh, drink, party. But when it came down to be a friend, they wasn't my friend. But I kept hanging around them because they were fun. But when it came down to being a friend, they didn't know how. Stop putting yourself, trying to fit yourself in places where you don't belong. If you go somewhere and you feel uncomfortable, that ain't the place for you. Stop hanging around people who make you feel less than, or every time you turn around they talking about me, me, me. And you can't get a word in edgewise because they so focused on them. They want you to sit up and listen to them talk about them all damn day. The devil is a lie. I'm not finna do it. Somebody who just constantly, every time you talk to them on the phone, they talking about I this, me, me. I'm not listening to that, baby. Mm-mm. Because when you going to give me a chance to get a word in edgewise so I can tell you about the little things I got going on? It may not be as exquisite as yours. But I got some little things going on. I made a little blanket. I took Hugo for a walk. I spent time with my grandkids and we ate snacks and stuff. It may not be talking about going out here on trips and to the Bahamas and Jamaica and going out to Colombia and to the malls and things or whatever or whatnot. But I got stuff going on in my life. I would sure love to tell you about it if I can get a damn word in edgewise. If you'll let me talk. I ain't having them kind of conversations no more, honey. I'm not going to sit up on no phone for 2 and 3 and 4 hours listening to somebody talking about me, and I. Do not put yourself in that situation, honey. I'm not listening to that. You hear this? I'd rather listen to that all day before I get tied up on the phone with somebody talking about me, and I, and them, and we, and all. I'm not listening to that. Especially folks out here who brag. It's a difference than talking about what you got going on in your life and the things you appreciative of, or but then you got people out here who just want to tie your eardrum up. Listen to them talk about I got this, I that. I don't want to hear that. I'm happy for people, don't get me wrong. I cheer people on. When they doing good, I will cheer you on. I would be your biggest cheerleader. I would. I will. But baby, I'm not finna listen to nobody bragging all day. Uh, I'm not finna listen to that, baby. You ain't finna give me no headache. It's a difference between talking about what you got going on in your life and how you appreciate it and the little small things in life than bragging. It's a difference. And no, it's not jealousy or hate. It's none of that. Because that's the first thing people will say when you say, oh, I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear you on the phone for 2 and 3 hours talking about I did, I. It's a difference. Baby, listen, nobody ain't jealous, ain't it? That's the first thing people think, you a hater. And that's not true. That's far from the truth. You just don't want to hear that BS all day, every day. And I ain't listening to it. I look at that phone and it'll ring. I had to get myself out of them kind of situations, honey. I don't want them kind of friendships. And I got myself out of it. Nobody don't want to hear about you bragging all day and night. Now, I done said I'm happy for you one time. And then you call me later on in the evening talking about the same thing. I don't want to hear that. Let me say something. Let me tell you how my day was and how my doctor's appointment went, or how I went to the imaging center and got my exam and it came back good. Let me say something. I'm not finna pollute my ear with that mess, honey. I'm happy for you. Now let's move on. Uh-uh. You don't have to subject yourself for that just to say I got a friend. Just to say, oh, I got me a good girlfriend, a good nice buddy I can hang around. You don't have to do that. You don't have to be subject yourself to that just to say I got a friend. Be friendless. Ain't nothing wrong with not having no friends, baby. Cause I would sit in this apartment all day and listen to this. Listen. I sit in here all day in peace and love it. And when you wake up in the morning, don't let people treat you any kind of way. Stand up for yourself. Speak up for yourself. Sometimes it has been times where I have gave a lot of given a lot of passes to people for saying things to me. I'd be like, you know what? I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that. Me a lot of times. But I think I'm gonna give it to 20. I'm gonna give it 2026, baby. All the past is gonna be out the window. Gone. Mhm. Now my phone is start ringing. So y'all just think about what I said. Love on the one, and don't let nobody make you feel less than. If they can't respect you for who you are and respect your feelings and how you feel about your own uh opinions and stuff like that, don't let nobody hurt your feelings. Don't let nobody get them big comeback boots on and walk all over your feelings. Don't let them do it. And be ready to attack. You can attack in a good way. You can be nice, nasty, and get your point across. You don't have to curse nobody out. You don't have to strike nobody, or, you know, you can get your point across in a nice way. You ain't got to curse at nobody or hurt nobody else's feelings. But make sure you protect yours by any means necessary. Now, with all that being said, y'all have a wonderful, wonderful evening. And I'll be talking to you guys later. Bye bye.